page that you have, and so this is going to be your senior course request page. And so the first piece is just the cover sheet, and what that is we have this every single year. It just explains to you the process once again, so your parents can see that as well. And it's going to basically tell you that if you want to sign up for any advanced, any honors, AP classes, you need to get a teacher signature, so you're going to talk to your teachers, make sure you get those recommendations. It's also going to tell you that if you're playing a sport, participating in a club, doing auditions, you need to make sure that teacher, they will send up their rosters to us, and that's how we will code you into athletics or into band or a different program that you might need to be in. And then beyond that, just making sure that we complete this process, because we will be having you come up to the counseling office in the next couple of weeks, and we'll sit down with you to put this through. So get on this, make sure you get all the signatures as quick as possible.
All right, so I want you to turn over to the next page, and you'll see at the very top, I want you to right now get out a pen or pencil and write your name, write down your student ID number, and your counselor. Remember that your counselor's name is on your transcript in the right-hand corner. All right. So also, as soon as you're done with that, we will be referring back to the back page. All of the courses that you're eligible to take are on the back page.
All right, you guys, the first course you're going to decide upon for next year is your English course. So number 1, please make sure you look at the back side, and on the very left are the English courses you can choose from. So you're either going to take expository reading and writing, and make sure that that's where you write the course title and you put the course number right there. So if you take expository reading and writing, that's going to be course number 1272. Again, it's on the back side of your paper. You do not need a teacher approval for expository reading and writing. That is the General English 12 class.
Okay, so the next line on there is government and economics. That is a 12th grade requirement, and they are semester courses, and you must take both. Now your choices are, as listed on the back form, is either regular college prep or AP, and the choice is yours. And again, make sure that you have teacher approval to take the advanced courses.
All right, so line 3 is math, and this, as a graduation requirement, you require 3 years of math. So for some of you, you may be completing your math this year. Now, the choice is if you want to take it during senior year or not. For others of you, we're pursuing A through G, or we maybe had an oopsie in math and we need to continue taking it. So this is really going to be kind of up to each of you and kind of reading those pathways. So our general pathways are going to be algebra, and then going on to geometry, algebra 2, and then pursuing a higher level math beyond that. And so your course options are going to be right back here in the top of the second column. So please look at those. This will be a good time to reference your math teacher and again kind of talk with them about the pathways, as some things are changing as we go into next school year. And so as they do, talk with their math teacher, they'll help advise, and we'll get the right class on there. And then when you come up to meet with us, we'll further advise on top of that and make sure that we're signing up for the correct math class for next year.
Next category is science. So most of our seniors would have already completed their 3rd year of science, but some of you that want to go on for a 4th year, there are options you can either choose on the back. You'll see either a life science or a physical science. So if there is an AP class, for example, that you want to take, remember you have to qualify for that science through your math, make sure you're in the correct math class, or just make sure that you get that teacher referral for any AP classes.
All right, you guys, now it's time for 5 and 6, the fun part, your electives. So again, on the back side, you need to reference your elective choices. And there's many choices to choose from. It's very important to know that if you are A through G bound, that you need to have a VAPA, a visual and performing art. So make sure that if you have not taken that already, that you reference one of our fine arts, visual and performing arts, and place that on your request form. Also, if you have not taken health yet, make sure that you put health on there. That is a graduation requirement, so please place that on your course request with the proper code.
Okay, so the next section is about taking a 0-period course. A 0-period course is not required, but some students who have to fit in multiple electives, or you're in a special program and need to have a 0 period, this is where you would list that 7th period choice. So please do not repeat any of the courses that you have listed on the above section. This is a completely different number so that we can make sure that you have a 7th choice. This is not going to dictate which course you will have 0 period. That will be determined upon the master schedule, not your particular request.
And right below that 0 period request, you'll see there's a question that says, would you be interested in taking a blended learning course? And so if you would, please check yes or no. What a blended learning course is it's a mixture of classroom taught as well as online. And so it's a nice kind of blending of kind of that virtual model going towards kind of future type classes. And so if you would be interested in that, hopefully we'll have Mr. Hayden also giving a little speech on that. But then you'll also have what blended subjects would you be interested in? So you may want to pick a subject that you're really strong in and you want to try that out as a virtual class. Maybe you want to select that there's a course that you need to go backwards and you need to make up a semester of English, so maybe that fills in there too. So please put whether you'd be interested in a blending course, but then also what course you would like to take. Maybe you're a senior that still needs help and you want to take that help virtually as well. So those options are right there, and that'll help us when we're putting in those requests for you for next year.
Also, towards the bottom, we want you to know you have more choices for electives. So, for example, you have chosen photography up here in section number 5, but photography is full. So your counselor needs to know some other choices you may have. So please put down all the choices down here. We give you 4 extra choices. So you're willing to take AP Art History, or you're willing to take ceramics, or you're willing to take AP Psychology or regular psychology. Your counselor needs to know what your choices are so we can input that into your course request. Also, if you're interested in dual enrollment classes, please, you have to let your counselor know, and there is extra forms that you need to have signed.
All right, you guys, we're almost done. At the bottom here, you're going to see an area that says, after I graduate from high school, I intend to. Please check one of these boxes. You're either planning on attending a 4-year college university, or you're wanting to join the military, you're thinking about attending a community college, or you're wanting to seek employment, or you're thinking about attending a vocational or trade school. So please mark one of those areas. That just helps us to guide you further, give you information, and help provide more information to you if we have that information.
Okay, and finally, the last step is your signature and date at the bottom and your parents. Please make sure that you discuss your course selections with your parents, because sometimes you are committing them to some of your choices. So it is very important that you have that signature on there. I don't usually take the request forms without the signature. So please make sure, it's very important that you have your parents' signature. And then finally, you turn them into your counselor.
That's it.
Let's get ready for senior year.
Senior year!